Welcome back to the Executive Dad Podcast. I am your host, Nick, and this is episode 10 of the podcast. But this specific episode is part 4 of our series where we're analyzing the United States Marine Corps leadership principles and diving in to how they can apply to you as the executive dad, both at home, with your family, with your partner, with your kids, as well as at work as you lead in your position in your career. So getting into leadership principle number 4, keep your family, your team informed. Now, obviously, the Marine Corps says keep your Marines informed, but we're talking about your family and your team here. And we all know that nothing is worse than not knowing what you are doing or why you are doing it. We've all been part of a team where the leader comes down and says, hey, we're going this direction and you're going to do it because we made a decision. And you're just like, why are we doing this? And nobody knows. And it's a terrible experience. So the same thing applies back when I was a kid and dad would say, we're doing it this way and you better do this because I said so, but I don't understand why. So that's what this principle is all about. So the first bullet provided by the Marine Corps University is inform your team, your partner, your family of all happenings and give them the why. And when I first read this, a quote came to me, and I believe it was Viktor Frankl, the author of Man's Search for Meaning and creator of logotherapy, who said, a man with a big enough why can endure any how. Again, a man with a big enough why can endure any how. And I think this pertains perfectly to your team and your career. If you give them the why, this is where we're going. This is why we're taking action in this direction. This is the communities or the people we're trying to serve, the way we're trying to change the world. They are willing to run through brick walls because they understand the why behind your decisions and they're able to endure the hard work that it takes to get there. And I think the same thing translates back home. The story I shared about my dad when he says, because I said so, that's not good enough. And it's something I try to never say to our 11-year-old and our 19-month-old. If we give them the why, hey, we're not going to go to the store right now. We're going to go later. And this is why. No, you can't run down the street to your friend's house right now. And this is why. Yes, we need to read after dinner before you go to bed. And this is why. The buy-in automatically goes up because they start, even if it's only a little bit, to understand why you are making the decisions that you're making. So bullet number 1, inform your team, your partner, your family of all happenings and give them the reason why. Bullet number 2, assure yourself by inspection that your immediate subordinates are passing on necessary information. Now, this pertains perfectly in your career as you are typically meeting with maybe your team leaders or lower level managers, and you're giving them the information. And the assumption is that they're going to turn around and pass on that information to include the why. And one of the great mantras or thoughts from the Marine Corps that I always pull on for this one is inspect what you expect. Again, inspect what you expect. And what that requires of you is to trust but verify. So we're going to trust our team to turn around, do the right thing, pass on the word, pass on that why behind what we're doing or the decision that was made. But also you need to go around and inspect, check in on those lower level leaders or lower level team members and say, hey, I know you guys got the word on my decision. Tell me what you learned or tell me what you took away from what your manager shared with you. And then you can say, that is partly true, but let me give you the why. Or let me clear this up for you. And you taking the time, taking the initiative to do that will ensure that those messages, those decisions, those whys that matter so much are passed all the way through the chain of command to make sure we create a positive impact on business. And a simple example of this, if you've got 2 children, you're telling the older child perhaps, hey, go tell your sister this, we need to leave in 5 minutes. Well, little sister isn't on time. Before you get mad at little sister, let's make sure that the message was actually passed on. So bullet number 2, assure yourself by inspection. We are inspecting what we expect that immediate subordinates are passing on the necessary information, to include the why. Now, bullet number 3, be alert and detect any rumors and replace them with the truth. This is something as executive dads, executive leaders in our companies and at home, something that we need to face head on. If there is a miscommunication between you and your partner, if there is a miscommunication between you, your son, your daughter, whoever it may be, we need to lean in to that discomfort. Just had a great conversation with Michael Anders on the podcast, the previous episode to this, and we talked about the discomfort, leaning in to that challenging conversation, choosing discomfort to create a positive impact on our family. If we hear rumors at work, there's scuttle going around that, oh, this is why the decision was made, or this is why they did it, and it's not true. You have to be willing to grab those individuals, grab those other leaders, grab those lower level individuals on your team and say, hey, I heard this is what was going around. I want to clear this up. And this is where you have the opportunity to take extreme ownership and say, perhaps I didn't communicate this clearly. I want to make sure everyone is on board and they understand the why behind this decision. The worst thing you can do is kind of cower back and just let those rumors fly. Bad news doesn't get better with time. So we lean in, we choose discomfort, and we head off those rumors with the truth. Bullet number 4, celebrate and share the successes of your team and family. I think as executive dads, this is one we can all do better. Taking the time, taking the initiative to celebrate when we have successes, to pause, to realize, wow, we really did something great. That was a great trip with our family. I loved the quality time that we spent this weekend, or I want to celebrate my children for what they've done at school or sports or the initiative they're taking at home as they step up to be leaders themselves, or celebrate your partner or celebrate yourself for something you've accomplished in your career as a parent or in your personal life. Take that time to pause and recognize success. And then further, with your team, when they've been working hard, take time to recognize them. There's always that next thing we're working on, but slow down, recognize their success. And as a leader, I want to leave you with this. It is your responsibility. It is your commitment to make to your team that you, in the public eye, will own the losses for your team. You will take extreme ownership of the failures of your team. But when it comes to these successes, you will defer that to the team. As that executive leader, we own the ultimate responsibility for the failure of our team. It is on us. But the right thing to do is turn those successes onto the team, congratulate the team for the hard work and what they were able to accomplish in your career. That is the 4th United States Marine Corps leadership principle. Keep your Marines informed, in this case, your family and your team. I hope those thoughts resonated with you. Wherever you're listening to this or watching this, please leave me a comment. Let me know how you keep your team and your family informed. If you like this episode, please leave us a 5-star review, a comment, and follow the show. We appreciate all the support, and we'll see you on the next episode.